Hey, your boys are back. Sorry, y'all. We had some technical difficulties last week and we
Oh
did
shoot.
record, but unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties and we weren't able to upload it. So we apologize. Y'all didn't miss much. As far as the show picks, we'll go real quick and kind of discuss it. I know y'all didn't hear it, but we were using our honesty as the best policy, so y'all need to trust us. But yeah, Nesto bounced back a little bit here. He went 2-2, but plus zero point 0.5 units.
Hundred
He hit
million.
the Khalil Roundtree minus 135 and the parlay of Orabai and Roundtree at plus 180. So we got that one. And then he missed the same one I missed. Bahamondes got dominated pretty much by Fiziev.
Hey man, it was a y'all must have forgot type of thing. It just showed that Bahamunda is just not quite ready for the top
Yeah.
tier.
Yeah, as far as just like someone being really good at one, and he even actually like did some grappling on Bahamondes.
Well, I mean
Fiziev
that's
did.
that's what Fiziev did to Gaethje. Remember Gaethje
Hmm.
said in the last fight, "Oh, if he would have grappled me all 3 rounds, he probably would have won."
Yeah, so man, shame on me, man. So
I
I had a
know.
rough card. So, Fiziev, the people I've been on his train for a while, and I got off at the
Yep.
wrong time, and I got on the Bahamondes train. It's all bad.
What was the other
The,
one I missed?
the other one killed everyone's greasy parlays in this world. It was first you got
Oh
Tagir
man.
Ulanbekov who won, but barely as
Yeah.
a huge favorite. Then Sadikov almost lost and came back and dominated and got a
That was a
bonus.
crazy fight. I thought it was over. I was like, God
Me
damn.
too. I was like, oh no. And then Naimov ended up winning, pulling it out. And then last but not least, the one that blew it is Oban Elliott.
The gangster.
The Welsh gangster got dominated, not only just dominated, but dominated even in the grappling by the Korean dude Ko.
Yo, Cole.
That's crazy, man. So I guess that dude showed out, man. He's the real
Fraud
deal.
check. Fraud checked Oban for
Yeah,
sure.
or the fraud check on Oban, right? Like Oban's not as good as we thought. Maybe he still should have been the favorite, I guess, because he's well known, better resume. But that minus 550, minus 500 was crazy. I mean, we did
Yeah,
say
man.
it. We were just like a lot of these fights are just way too wide. Um, yeah, man, but you still ended up positive. For me, I also went 2-2, but I went minus zero point 0.3 units. Small loss there. I hit Roundtree for our show, but I was texting you about it, man. I had probably the worst card of the year for me in betting overall in all my bets. Uh, I ended up putting money back on Khalil Roundtree during the fight, like during the card happening, and I went big on the other side, thinking Jamal Hill was. I was like, you know what? This is a cheap price for him. This is his bounce back. Which is the same concept, and I didn't apply it, but to Fiziev. Like, hey, this guy is way more like experienced. He was way better than what he's shown. He's had some unfortunate luck, better resume. This is his spot after a few losses, right? Same thing. I thought it was going to apply to Jamal Hill, and it definitely didn't. He looked exactly what we said he was going to look like when we recorded the show. Like, literally, we said that. We were like, this guy's probably washed as far as like how big he think he is, and he thinks he's top 5 or he thinks he's number 1, right? The champion. He never lost his belt, but who cares about that? He's never been the same since his Achilles. He came in a little fatter. He made weight, but he just didn't look as cut. I mean, he never does. And then, like I was saying, his just his technique, bro. Like overall, and I'm not even a specialist when it comes to that, but like, dude, just looking at it, it looks ugly. His hand placement, his stances, it just doesn't look like any other sharp like striker. You know what I mean? And he's a striker, so it's like, bro, what are you doing here? And then once he lost his legs at the beginning, because those leg kicks were crazy, he had no more power. So it was like, what is he gonna do? He knocking out Khalil Roundtree with no power?
And what's crazy is too, what's his name had a torn meniscus for that fight.
Roundtree?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's crazy.
He just came out after the fight and said that, yeah, you got a torn meniscus.
Yeah. And I know watching it, I was so frustrated because that whole card, I was just like getting my ass kicked after the first 2 fights.
Nah, yeah, that shit
And
was ass.
and then to see Jamal Hill during the decision, like look over to his corner and be surprised that it was a 50-45. Bruh, get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
I don't know what he needs. He needs to go back to he needs to start fighting top 15 guys or something, but
He needs therapy.
him versus Jan would be cool.
There you go, Jan Blakovic. Yeah, okay. Because then it's like if you lose the Jan, like an old Jan, then it's like where else do you go? Like who else do we need to put in front of him to make sure it's like a check of like, are you still about it, or are you really washed?
What's bruh's name? He got to fight like a Johnny Walker or Ion Kutalaba or some shit.
He did fight Johnny Walker and beat him, but like
Yeah,
whatever.
Walker's sus already. Yeah,
Yeah,
he been
exactly.
fried check since before the UFC.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see with Jamal Hill. That fool's sus, and his whole attitude and his whole persona is just like no bueno. So
Yeah.
he's out. And then I the only other one I got right was a parlay of Blades and Naimov. And I'll tell you, I got lucky on Blades. I got lucky. I thought that was another one. I was like, oh hell no.
I thought Blades blew it, bro. I was like, God damn it. So when
Yeah,
he went,
and I
was like,
definitely know fools that were taking shots on Kuniev at plus money,
no, hell yeah.
and they were pissed. Watching that shit, pissed. So, and then the ones I got wrong, I got the same one as Bahamondes. I was big on Bahamondes. Thought he was gonna be real in that spot. Definitely too big of a step up.
But he still got
And
it.
then I took a shot on Nardiev at plus 160. That fool sucked too. So,
He's the one who hit the turtle with the illegal knee, right? That knee was bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that whole thing was like, I thought I was gonna get lucky, and they were gonna do the same thing they did last week, right? Where it was like from Belato's fight, where it was no contest, even though someone kicked illegally.
Nah, they took 2 points away, right?
Which is rare, but I mean, rightfully so, right? Like,
no, that shit was bad. Like that fool was leaking from the hit, and his eye was at the end. He couldn't even open that shit.
no racial.
Yeah, I know. It was a bad night. Like I already felt the vibes from the beginning when there was like the two women fight, the McMullins and then the Russian Ronda.
Alexieva.
Once I got those, I was like, God damn it! I was like, it's gonna be a fucked up day.
Yeah. Hey, it was crazy. Hella decisions. Hella decisions. All right, and then also hella dogs. Man, I've been hunting dogs the last 2 weeks, and then of course this week, of course,
yep,
now that's when the dogs hit. So that's weak. So I was really upset about that. But yeah. Just one last thing on that Nardiev fight is, so how do they decide if it's a no contest or if they take points or
it's up to the ref?
That's fucked up because like technically like Bellato could have won, right? If it was Bellato got illegally kicked.
No, see that's the thing. The ref was being cool with that with
Paul Craig.
Yeah, because that could have been a DQ easily, but he put it as a no contest because he might have thought it was some fishy stuff the way he was doing all that shit after too. True. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if Bellato would have
obviously the famous one is Peter Yan versus Aljo, and Aljo got hit and won the belt off that shit, right? Aljo won the belt.
Yep.
And it's like now they should have gave it to the Iron Turtle dominated anyways and he was gonna win anyways, but like he's a beast for continuing and not just accepting like, okay, just give me the win.
It's just like that one fight that happened a while ago where it was what's his name to win in the first round or something like that? The guy who always takes L's, the wrestler, what's his name? That's like I feel like he's fighting every time. Brundage.
Oh, Cody Brundage.
Yeah, remember he like won by DQ in the first round or something like that. And I remember like
I cashed on that. That was a famous one.
A lot of people cashed
against
like
Malkoun.
Like 700 or 800. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
that was a come up. But we move on to an actual good card here in Vegas, UFC Fight Week. You're about to be out here in Vegas. Shout outs to the other guys too, Tom, Fun, Sean.
Homies, man. We're gonna be there live and direct. I don't know if Davey Dollar Sign's pulling up yet.
Yeah, I'll be around. I don't know, man. Dana White's taxing out here, man.
TKO.
I don't know.
TKO going crazy.
Yeah, exactly. But the card is dope, super dope. So let's get to it, man. We're not gonna risk not posting what we're recording here, so we're gonna go back to the old school. But y'all can pull up your Tapologies and follow along. We're starting from the bottom here, which. Crazy fight. I mean, starting out, we got Nico Price, old school with it a little bit, against Jacoby Smith, the undefeated prospect. Yeah, man, this is kind of crazy. You got this Jacoby kid, huge favorite. Where are you at here? He's minus 1,800 right now on Bet Online, and Nico Price is plus 900. Under over is 1.5 rounds. The over's plus 170. I mean, no hot take for me. Obviously, I'm not taking Nico Price as far as the pick goes, but no way I'm laying fucking minus 1,800, minus 2,000, whatever you want to call it. Even though I do think this guy's, the truth. He already had one fight after the Contender Series. He fought Preston Parson and knocked him out in the first round. And he's a finisher, man. He finishes people mostly in the first round or second round. So yeah, I mean, I know Nico Price is gonna be down to fight, and that's gonna probably be his demise because he's gonna be down to throw hands in there. So I know how to take Jacoby Smith by knockout. I don't even know what the
What's
odds on
that?
that is. Let's see. Jacoby Smith by knockout is -300. Goddamn.
Damn, it's whack.
Yeah.
What
No
about in the
curtain
first?
jerker.
What about first round?
Ooh, that's a good one. Shit, I clicked out of it. Man, first round would be -120.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the move, but still, it's not even plus money, but still, I can. That's better. That I would take that over the -1800.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, but like Nico's down. Like, I mean, he's down to get knocked out too, but I mean, he's still a legend. He knows what he's doing. He's experienced, and he used to be the shit. He's just 35 years old, extra mileage, and he just lost to Themba Garimbo most recently. You know,
Yeah, and
um,
that was like a it was them dominated easy. He was using grappling for sure.
exactly. So yeah. Anywho, we'll move on to the next. There's a lot better fights here. Next up, man, we got the big boys, Jonathan Denise against Alvin Hines. Short notice fight because I've never heard of Alvin Hines. He's undefeated 7-0. He's already like 33, 30, turning 34. So he's the same age here. Originally, it was supposed to be Justin Taffa against Denise. So yeah, man, and of course you got Denise here. He is -300. Alvin Hines +250. Man, from what I haven't seen an Alvin Hines fight, to be honest with you, but when I looked into him and just his information here, man, number one, his build is just like a heavyweight Matt Serra or something, man. Like he's
What's
just
he
a
got?
bald white dude. Just
What's
yeah,
his what are they saying his style is?
he likes to grapple, ground and pound.
Oh,
He's
okay.
shorter. I think he's only five. Was it? Oh, he's
Damn, how
6'2".
Denise lose to Marcin Tarbia? I didn't remember that fight.
Tybura is low key decent, but
No,
yeah,
but
that's
he
kind of
beat him by
crazy.
like Doctor Stoppage. Well, he lost by Doctor Stoppage TKO in the second round. Denise.
Yeah, I don't remember. What was that?
Because
In
Denise is pretty
November?
solid.
Like
He took
striker?
out the Carl Williams though, like for like off of like because they put him into like right away to start fighting fools because he's off the contender, right?
Yeah, he's off the contender, and then he fought Austin Lane, who's not so good, and
Who's
then Carl
whatever.
Williams, who's what in
Who's
the
like
PFL
just
now,
a
right?
super grappler guy.
Only grappling, which he was able to keep his standing and defend takedowns better than we all
Yup, that
thought.
that one fucked up one of my bets. I remember. So and then Tybura. I mean, Tybura's a vet. He's been there, fought the champion before.
hmm
So yeah, I just got to go with Denise for this because I don't even know the other guy, Alvin. Plus,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
as far
like
as
that
pick,
name.
I think Denise is gonna be better here, but because of the unknown, man, I'm not betting, and laying -300 with Denise in the heavyweights because
Yeah.
he's a striker, and the thing is, he's always down to really strike, like go in there. He's down to take hits, and I don't know too much about this Hines guy, where you never know he could jump in because he's thick, he's heavier, shorter and
You
heavier.
get lighter.
So
What up?
he's kind of a crazy guy. So, but I'll go with Denise here, but no confidence, especially after last week. Oh yes, we got your favorite fighter, Cedricus Dumas, next against Jackson McVeigh. This is also interesting. But yeah, man, Cedricus Dumas, he comes in here once again, hopefully not ready to disappoint, but he's the underdog this time. +135, McVeigh -155. Man, that's interesting because McVeigh's a new prospect, 6-0. Only 26 years old, doesn't actually look that impressive as far as his look when you think of a fighter, but he's from the LFA, man. He's been finishing fools in the first round pretty much his whole professional career. Yeah, all 6 fights in the first round, he finishes them. So I think that's probably why he's the favorite here. Whereas Dumas, we all know
He's a
Dumas is a
dumbass.
dumbass. Yeah. He physically is like gifted. He's 6'2". He's a pretty thick guy, but
Just
he's actually
behind.
smaller than this McVeigh guy. So for me, I'd be a dumbass to put money on dumbass. So no matter what, win or lose, I'm definitely not putting my money on Cedricus. I already went through that phase, and he's gonna have to prove it to me. So I'm going with McVeigh here, man.
Yeah, I mean it's just like a whatever early fight and guy making his debut against somebody who's a cat, but I gotta go with the cat, man. I'm going with Cedrici, the
Yeah.
hood nigga.
Technically, he's probably the value side because he actually opened as a favorite, and now he's the underdog. So you're getting plus money with Dumas now versus before. Um, but yeah, man, he was hiding in a cage, a dog cage, because he was so loaded.
Because he was
What's up
on
with
there after his ass.
these weird black dudes fighting? It's him, and then it's McKinney. Remember McKinney's story before he started fighting the UFC? Like he took too many shrooms or something.
Well, he just had like a bad reaction to it.
Yeah, then he was doing some crazy shit. Yeah, nah. Oh, speaking about the holy shit, he's next.
Yeah.
Terrence McKinney is fighting against Vyacheslav
Bordershlav.
Borshev. Man, what is his name called? Santa Claus or whatever?
Yeah.
Slavic Claus. Slavic Claus.
Solid
but yeah,
dude.
man, this is interesting. Go ahead.
Solid guy, Borislav. I just feel like the youth of McKinney and the strength is going to be able to overpower him on this one. Because, I mean, McKinney, he does drop, like, random L's, but I feel like he's been getting on a little better streak now. He's, like, on a 2-fight winning streak, I want to say, or 3-fight.
Yeah, it's he won 1, lost 2, and then won 2.
Yeah,
so
that's the thing. He'll be losing
right.
these random ones and gets, like, finished in the craziest way. But I feel like Borisov ain't really been stopping nobody in a while or nothing like that. So I think McKinney finally might be getting that groove back in and try to, because he's still a young guy.
30,
so.
Yeah. Still got time.
He's like in his prime almost, you could say. So yeah, so I gotta.
And he's fought some good competition, man. If you look at his resume here, minus the Hadzovich fight, which we won last time. Before that was Ribovich.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a gem, Ribovich.
Yeah. Oh,
even though Ribovich got played his last fight.
Oh hell no. So the people he's beating are not good because you're looking at the people he won't beat are Damir Hadzovich, Mike Breeden, Brendan Morade. So it's like not big names, but the people he's losing to: Ribovich, Sadikov, Bonfim, Drew Dober. Damn, he actually beat Fares Ziam too, and Matt Favola. So, yeah, man, I'm with you here. I like him here as much as Borishev has been kind of like our West Coast favorite because he trains out of SAC, right? And he's not bad at it. He's not a bad striker. He's down. He's pretty durable. He's never been knocked out. But I think if it gets to the ground here, man, I think there's going to be an advantage also for McKinney here. And McKinney has pretty decent power to striking. The only thing I'm scared of is McKinney's, durability, I guess, because you've seen him get slept before or finish. But outside of that, I think overall technical skill, McKinney's better.
No, yeah, so, he got, like I said, he got the youth on him too, and strength
and athleticism. And I think he's more athletic too. So
no, yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you there. I like McKinney here, even at minus 170 right now. Borshov's like 140, 150. So I'm with you on there. Next up, man, we got first horny fight, real extra horny fight. Let's go. We got Tracy Cortez going against Vivian Araujo. Araujo? Yeah, that's how you say it.
Araujo.
But yeah, man, Cortez a favorite again, minus 250. Vivian is plus 210. The over 2.5 rounds is minus 600. Crazy. But expected as well. So yeah, I mean, I think we're probably going to be on the same side here. I like her not because the way she looks, but I think she's going to be better for this matchup here. I like Cortez. I think her wrestling is going to be solid, and Vivian, she's going to try to grapple too. That's her thing. She's going to clinch, a lot of grapple. So I think if that's the case, Cortez is going to have the advantage. And if they both stay standing, I honestly prefer Cortez's boxing. I think she's durable on top of that. So you put all those things together. I like that.
Araujo's hands aren't up there like that.
Yeah. Oh, hell no. Look at this. Cortez by decision is minus 225.
Hey, no, that's her thing. That's like the only way she wins, bro. She hasn't got one finish in the octagon.
Yeah, and I don't think she's going to here either. I mean, unless she ends up choking her out, what is the submission? Because I don't think she can knock her out. I don't think she'll knock her out.
It's a decision, like always. I'm gonna say
that's why it's minus 225. Damn, Cortez by submission is plus 1100.
God damn.
And by knockout is plus 2000. That's crazy. I mean, shit. I'm not playing the points by minus 225. I thought it was gonna be a little better. I thought it was gonna be like better than minus 200, but I guess I was wishful thinking.
There's gonna be a closer fight than I want to say the odds say. Like Araujo is like ranked before Cortez, And it's all about how the grappling goes. Because, I mean,
She's just
Cortez,
old. That's all.
yeah, her fights are always like, it's hit or miss with her. And damn, she ain't even been fighting like that lately.
Nah, she's always been either injured
She's
or
only does
something.
she only does one fight a year. If you look at it, ever since, like, look, 2019, she was busy. She had 3 fights, but she fought once in 2020, once in 2021, once in 2022, once in 2023, and once in 2024. So, yeah, very inactive, but, like, super baddie, like, super horny. Gotta go with Tracy off top. Always go. Unless she's fighting Rose, and I already know it's like automatic.
Hey, Tracy should. I kind of want to see. It's not going to be a big name, I guess, but Miranda Maverick. I think Tracy.
I think they were supposed to fight before, right?
Yeah, it got
Say on
canceled.
Topology? Nah, I think that would be bad for Cortez.
You think so? I mean, yeah, I think the odds would be close, but I think it would be a good matchup for Maverick. Yeah, just because, like, the grappling.
Try to get her a win or something, yeah. But
it'd be competitive because you know how these chick fights, if they're both grappling, who knows what's going to happen with the decision? Because I don't think, like, Miranda Maverick, no way is finishing Cortez. I don't think that's happening either.
I mean, one thing about Cortez, the skills might not be always good, but she's like a dog. Like, she'll fight there to the end. Like,
yeah,
she got her eyelashes knocked out. You know what I mean? She was still going against Rose.
No, yeah, she's durable, and she has that
took
Mexican...
that fight short notice.
Yeah, that Mexican fighting spirit. She got the I think her boxing has actually been getting better and better as far as what we've seen ever since she went to the gym over in Brazil with the Pitbull brothers and stuff, like to help train on the like certain seasons for her striking. I think she's gotten a lot better. So that's the edge I see here. You could argue, like you said, the value is kind of minus 250 is kind of crazy, but I also go with Tracy Cortez. I just think she's going to be I think she's a superior striker, actually. And I think she's slightly better at wrestling, slightly better at striking. So it's like, and she's arguably more durable, slightly. So it's like, she's just a little bit better than Vivian at everything that Vivian does. So rightfully, she's the favorite. Yeah, you got to just check her emotions. She's more of an emotional type of one. Next up, man, we got a banger. We got Hyder Emil, 11-0 from the Bay, against Jose Delgado, 9-1. This is a banger, and they got Delgado here is actually the favorite. And your boy Hyder Emil is.
Why they got my boy Hyder underdog, man?
Always the underdog, man. Delgado's minus 175. Emil's plus 150. Under overs 2.5 rounds, with the over being plus 130.
Damn, is Hyder 35 for real? Oh shit.
Yeah, he had a late start in the UFC.
Damn, OG. So he's just fighting to finish up now.
I think he's going to be one of those guys there for entertainment,
Yeah, the only thing that's kind of worried about this fight, now that I look at him breaking him down, is the height. Delgado got is 5'11", Hyder's 5'8". Mm-hmm. I don't know what's the reach. What's it say on? They got the reach on Typology?
Yeah.
Because I'm just on weak ass MMA junkie. I don't know why I still go on here when it's like the worst, bro.
When his ass. The reach is.
Not because look, like they be having the weirdest stats for this guy. Like for Alvin Hines, look what they got on fighter stats. They have him as 000, date of birth December 31st, 1969. What the
who's putting this shit in there?
But yeah, my bad. What's the reach? What's the reach
70 inches for Emil, and then 73 for Delgado.
Oh, so not too bad with the thing. And hey, Hyder's a dog, bro. He's been showing in there against Gomes, who's a real slick fighter, and Gomes looked great though against that fight against Hyder. I thought they were gonna give it to Gomes instead, but they ended up giving it to Emil. Yeah. He said he was going into that fight with a hurt knee as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully for this one, he's fully healed. It's gonna be a good fight. It looks like
he's all gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes.
That's it. But I think it's a tough opponent, bro. There's a reason why he's the underdog. I mean, I haven't bet on this fight at all. Obviously, I think there's always value technically to be argued on Emil as an underdog because he's always gonna fight for your money. He's pretty durable. He's down to go out on his sword.
He got that lapu, you know what I'm saying?
And he's throwing haymakers.
And then, hey man, That's gonna be one of my bets for sure. I always gotta go with him. Plus, like I said, he's a real Bay cat too. He be repping hard. Always coming out to Mac Dre. Always, doing how
Yeah,
we
he's
dance
definitely
out
cool.
here. We dance a little different in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? He's always repping. So I gotta go with the
Yeah,
Pinoy, the
I'll
Pare.
be I'll be cheering for him. I think just on a pick basis, I'll probably go Delgado here, just more technically sound overall. But I'm afraid to bet against Emil. I'll tell you that, especially on a
Yeah.
favorite because Emil as a dog is too crazy. So especially after last week's little blunder, yeah, I'm definitely
Hmm.
not coming in here guns blazing right now. Next up, man, we got a pretty decent matchup here, man. We haven't seen this guy in a while. Jack Hermanson against Gregory Rodriguez, Hobocop.
Sketch dude Hermanson, right? Like his last fight was against Bo, right?
Yeah,
Or no,
his
not
last fight
against
is
Bo.
Joe Pfeiffer,
Joe Pfeiffer, and he ended up winning
same
because it
white
was a
dude.
5 round fight, right?
Yep, it was a
Yeah.
headliner, and he beat him by decision. Like he dominated the fight.
Well, he came like after the first round, he came back and won it. But I feel like HoboCop is still in there. For Hermanson not fighting for hell long like that, that's pretty crazy. I gotta go with HoboCop. HoboCop needs to bounce back too because he's coming off a L to Cannoneer.
Yeah, man, and he got finished.
Yeah,
So
after he was like yoking up Cannoneer, right? Wasn't he? Wasn't he dropping him in the first round or something like that?
I don't remember clearly, but I know he was doing good. And then once Cannoneer started going over, and then
Nate.
his power started coming out.
Yup.
But Cannoneer needed that one too.
Yeah.
It was like a big step down in competition. But yeah, the fights that I was impressed by HoboCop here, the one was against CLD Christian Leroy Duncan, and he dominated him too. And I was like, damn, because I'm big on Leroy Duncan. He beat our boy Brad Tavares. So I mean, you fight who you fight, right? Obviously Jack Hermanson, I feel like has fought the better names in a way.
Well, that was
Uh,
also like a long time ago. He's
yeah,
on
and
the
he
like
lost all those, so so it's not like he was winning.
He
Although
beat Joe Pfeiffer though, bro.
yes, exactly. But fuck Joe Pfeiffer.
Yeah, I mean Joe
Uh,
Pfeiffer's kind of like mid too. Like after the way he did like fought Kelvin, like the first round
yeah,
he looked great, and then later on he just like if that would have been another 5 round fight, it could have got interesting.
and his aura is just like bullshit. Like I think I liked him at first when I saw him on Contender Series, not just because Dana White was hyping him, but like he had a story, right? Like people liked his story. He was broke, homeless, whatever, like this, and he overcame the challenge, right? So everyone was like, "Oh yeah, he's cool, he's cool." And then now it's like he's coming in a suit, acting like an asshole, talking about Mexico sucks or whatever, and all this other shit. Like, bro, get your ass out of here, bro. You didn't even have a house like a year and a
Hairline,
half ago, 2 years ago. Like,
new
get your ass.
hairline.
Yeah, now he got his hairline back. He went to Turkey and shit, and it's just like all of a sudden he's brand new and shit. Like, bro, get your ass out of here, bro. I don't care how much hair you got back. All right, the greatest comeback in UFC history is actually on your head, sir. Like, fuck, him and Marab, greatest UFC comebacks of all time. Like,
Straight up.
I'm about to follow suit. I'm just gonna wait even longer. Then I'm just gonna wait until I'm all the way down. I'm about to come back, come back hard. It's just real crazy. Get the tiger and just start getting little braids. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm with you here. I think HoboCop is just in it more like active, more getting in his prime, even though he's not young either as far as age goes. But he's what? Only he's 33. But he looks like he's 40. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm with you. Gregory Rodriguez. Hermanson's a sleeper guy, but it's like over time he's just getting older and just like gonna decline. He's not gonna get any better, and it's not like this is easy comp. RoboCop's
Facts.
bigger too, bigger dude. Next up, man, I'm actually excited about this fight right here, man. Shout out to Pride Month too. We got Peyton Talbot against Felipe Lima. This is lightweight, a banger, and they got man Talbot. How the recency, what people see recently has changed the pricing on everything. You got Talbot now. He's plus 170, and Lima's
That's
minus 200.
that full top is coming off of being like the last 2, 3 fights where he's like minus 1,000,
Yeah,
and
that's crazy. What a turn of events. So, you could argue. I mean, I wouldn't argue against anyone where they look at it and they're like, I think there's value on Talbot as a dog just because, now he's everyone hates on him and he's kind of off the train, right? Um, but dude, it's Felipe Lima, and this boy right here, bro. I don't know. He's Swedish Brazilian. I don't know what he is. He's like a white boy in Brazil. But hey, this guy might be the real deal too, man. He's 27, young. Um, he's new too, but he did beat Miles Johns, and then before that, he finished Naimov. Yeah, man, I think he's the goods. I like his style. I think he's also durable, and he's a lot more aggressive and willing than Peyton Talbot. Peyton Talbot's more like using his skills, athleticism, and technicality, smooth fight type of thing. But when it gets down and dirty, man, I don't think he could handle it. You know what I mean? Like, especially with this Frank Ocean relationship, this
Oh no,
other shit.
that's where it's getting down and dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's getting his booty blown out by Frank Ocean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I'm not on Team Astroglide.
a tornado. So you know what I'm saying? Ever since the little hype for Peyton Talbot, he kind of got away from himself.
Yeah,
He's in Hollywood now with Frank Ocean. That's the biggest thing. And like you said,
in
this
love.
kid, the Brazilian guy, he's hungry too.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
Exactly.
well, I say it's pretty insane. Like we said, like I said, the last two fights, Peyton Tyler's been like minus 1,000 favorite, and now
Mm-hmm.
plus 170.
It's
But yeah, I
crazy.
gotta just because like the antics that he's been going through lately, and then that was a big spot to take an L to Honey Barcelos. Like I gotta go with the favorite.
Yeah, I'm with you
I
too.
mean,
I like Lima.
there's value though on Peyton Tyler. He can go back to his roots, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like the other guys, like he ain't no punk, and the way Talbot was finishing people was like he was just steaming through him. Like he can't do that with the Lima kid.
Yeah, he's not gonna just one shot knock out. I don't
Yeah.
think so. Lima, you know what I mean?
Nah, yeah.
So
And then also the Talbot thing, I didn't even know, but there's been hella controversy about like an old viral video of him hitting a vape pen with his booty cheeks. But
oh
they're
hell
saying
no.
they're saying it's not him. It was his
Okay.
roommate, and he was just the one laughing in the back. But now that's like the ongoing story about him. Now when I see like posts about him, the comments are always like that vape pen. Like everybody just knows him now is
Hey,
doing that.
you know that
Remember when,
reminds me
Ber-
of
remember when Burner
Burner?
did that with
Yeah, I was
Suki?
just gonna bring up
Yeah,
the girl with the coochie, right?
Suki. Yeah.
Hey, so I was like, bro, he tried to pull one of those, but just with a dude.
With his butt.
Oh hell no! But yeah, yeah, it's just too many intangibles on the Talbot side that doesn't make me feel good, and I like Lima on top of that so
Lima's a
much.
beast though.
Yeah, that's why I'm going Lima here. It might even be a bet for me.
What's a TKO by Lima?
Oh, that's a good call. Although Talbot's been pretty durable, but he's never been tested
Mm-hmm.
like this. Felipe by knockout is plus 800. Ooh.
A decision is like what
And
plus
decision is
150 or
plus
something?
110. It's most likely.
Yeah, because like you said, Peyton Talbot's he's pretty durable.
Yeah.
He just fell flat. I mean, he just looked like shit in his last fight. It's like damn, and that was a fucked up. That shit fucked me too.
Oh, here's a angle from what's his name?
The angle of the
MMA.
vape hitting the butt. Oh hell
No,
no! I mean him hitting the vape.
MMA
his
hype
butt?
killer. The hype killer who comes on here. Um, he might like the Peyton Talbot by submission plus 1600.
Yeah.
Because you don't see him, but Talbot's actually lightweight. He's real flexible. He does practice a lot of jujitsu. And if he's the win, he might catch him with something. Maybe he gets like hit, and then Lima, goes over trying to come in on it, and then just starts getting. Because also Lima's a lot shorter. Lima's only 5'7", so he's gonna have to make it dirty, go in there deep. He can't
What's
just like.
Talbot?
I think Talbot's. I gotta double check.
5'11", 5'10", or what?
Yeah, I feel like he's 5'11", almost 6 feet, right? I'll double check. He's 5'10", but he looks tall too, right? He just looks like lanky. His reach is only 2 inches longer, actually.
Well, yeah, man. I think if he has to go for a sub, he has to go in there and like automatically try to start chain grappling though.
Oh, here's the other thing that I noticed. I didn't even realize this. So according to Tapology here, the fight is at 135, but Lima has been heavier before. Lima's also he fights 135, but it looks like Lima's also fought in 145, I believe, in the past.
But then he's stockier, but he's a shorter guy.
Oh, his last fight is at 145 against Miles Johns.
Well, because that was his fight to go into the UFC, right? Or am I tripping?
No, and then he fought Naimov at 145.
Oh, okay.
So this might be his first fight. His first fight at 135. So maybe we wait for the scales.
Yeah,
that's another piece.
I like that Talbot by maybe submission though.
Yeah, plus 1600 looks juicy, and it
Yeah,
could
because they're
happen.
like, hasn't he won like submission a lot, or has his just been knockouts? It's been like crazy knockouts.
I think he has one submission. Where is it at? Oh yeah, in the UFC, his debut. After Contender Series, he fought Nick Aguirre, and he won by rear naked choke in the third.
Oh, okay, but yeah, he's just been knocking fools out. But then he
Yeah,
been
I
just
thought I was knocking fools out.
the Simon fight was it was like, oh, okay, this guy's for real. But
Yeah, because
now,
we were kind of big on
yeah,
Simon. Like the UFC was big on Simon. Thought he was a prospect too, but Simon's just getting beat. It's like
nah,
DDP.
yo,
So
he's not him.
yeah, but that's gonna be a good one. Like I said, a lot of intangibles that we don't get into. The semen retention. Who knows? He got a new boyfriend during this time. So I don't know. Next up, man, we got a couple of UFC OGs. We got Beneil Dariush against Renato Moicano. This could be a banger. Um, Man, we got Moicano, the favorite here, the crowd favorite, but also the betting favorite. He is minus one. Oh, now 120. Dariush plus 100. Wow, money's been coming in on Dariush because I believe
Yeah,
Moicano, bigger favorite.
I I don't remember who we picked before the last time we had this fight. Because remember, this is the fight that had that that went through in L.A. at the new stadium over there. It was supposed to be Makachev versus Arman Sarukian, and then Arman Sarukian got hurt. So last minute, they put up Moicano, and then Beneil didn't get to fight nobody, but he ended up getting paid. So this
Yeah,
is finally they remade this fight. Moicano got dominated by Makachev, which is not mean. What do you expect?
yeah,
But Dariush is all about if that chin can hold up, because I feel like for the grappling, that's Moicano's thing. Like he has to grapple you to weaken you. But I feel like Dariush is. I mean, he hasn't been. When's the last time he's been like dominated by grappling against only?
yeah.
Oh, I take that back, against Gamrot. I think Gamrot beat him, but that was an insane grappling fight.
But Gamrot's like the cream of the crop when it comes to
Yeah,
chain wrestling and chain grappling.
yeah, and I feel
So
like Moicano's is just trying to like jujitsu style where he just tries to drag you down, stuff like that. Man, I'm gonna take a spin with the Silver Fox. I fuck with Manny Moicano a lot, but I feel like Dariush is. It's either he wins. I'm betting like I always been doing lately. I'm betting on like the comeback, man. If Dariush like gets yoked in this fight, or like the way he
I
like
don't see that
dominated or
happening.
some shit. No, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying if that happens, like he has to hang it up, in my opinion. So I'm
Yeah,
just betting on like the this next run for Beneil Dariush. So yeah, I gotta go with him, the
yeah.
Silver Fox.
Man, this matchup's so difficult because I totally agree with the value with Dariush as a dog. Like you can't hate on that. But now that it's closer, it's like I kind of like Moicano here. The only thing I'm concerned about is like I feel like Dariush is more of a high IQ guy. He uses he just understands maybe the sports better. He's not more athletic. Like Moicano is probably more athletic, more naturally gifted type of thing. But Dariush is just like I feel like he's like a student of the game type of guy. Like he
I
just
mean, yeah, he's raw at all facets. You know what I'm saying? He became an MMA fighter. I don't know what his specialty was coming in, but over the years he's turned into like just good at everything.
yeah. And then the people he's fought, it's like his resume. You can't even
I
deny it,
mean,
win or lose. Like yeah, he
he's
lost to Oliveira and Sarukian, but it's like
both of them though. Both of them have fought like the who's who.
exactly. And then the fact that he beat Gamrot after we just saw what Gamrot did, put on a master class of grappling and wrestling, and he was able to do that. I mean, before that, then it was way too far back. So I'm not going to
I
go that
mean,
far with him. But
it's all about the chin, the suspect for him, because the way Charles got him out, dropped him easily, but then the way a Sarukian knocked him was insane. Like that was like fuck, that was all bad. Remember we both had Barry in that fight.
yeah, against Sarukian was it that one?
Yep.
Well, he was a big
Yeah.
dog though, right? He was a big
No, that's
dog.
why we just went for the
Yeah.
value and like, hey, he's fought who's who, and then he in there got murdered. So
Hey, but hey, we knew that was the risk. Moicano's resume lately has been very impressive, better than what we thought of him, or at least what I thought of him. But yeah, he lost, like you said, to Islam, which is no big deal. All right, whatever.
I mean,
But he beat.
they switched it. Like, come on.
He beat Saint Denis, which was a big
Yeah,
deal.
that was, and I thought he was gonna get cooked, but then he ended up. But then remember, the knee was coming back in that fight, but then they had to stop it because the cut was really bad.
Yeah, that's another
And
thing.
then also, because McConnell also hurt his shoulder after like the first or second round, so that's why what's his name was like low key coming back, but that cut was so like
Yeah.
it was terrible.
It's too volatile. Moicano's the guy that every fight, win or lose, I feel like he had his opportunity to have his moment, and then he also gets fucked up too. So it's not like ever a 100% clean one way or the other. You know, it's always
No,
adversity in there one way or the other.
no,
So,
that's
but
forever. Because even when he fought Brian Ortega back in the day, I was at that fight. They were going
yeah.
at it, and then Ortega ended up winning it later on some crazy, like a sub. I want to say.
How about Jalen Turner? Remember the Jalen Turner fight against Moicano? We were there. That was UFC 300.
Yeah, that's funny. We weren't even like watching it live. We were in the smoking section, watching it on the screen.
Yeah. But what I remember something was crazy. Oh, I had
Well, because
Jalen
he
Turner in
heard
that
him.
fight
Jalen Turn heard him.
and
He
walked
heard him,
away,
and
right?
then he didn't like pounce on it. And then Moicano came back and ended up winning.
Yeah, dude thought he already won and shit. I was like, and then Drew Dober, he beat Drew Dober, Brad Riddell, man. Like, these are some decent ass names, you know what I mean? Like, the only people he's lost to, right? Other than is Makachev, Rafael Dos Anjos, Fiziev, Jose Aldo back in 2019, and then Korean Zombie and Brian Ortega, like you mentioned. Those are his only losses, and every single name is a nasty name. You know, like that's not even so. Yeah, this is a tough one, man. I didn't bet on it yet, so that's the I could argue for both. You know, both sides, and maybe that's why the odds are close as it is right now. It's rightfully so. You know,
Yup.
pretty crazy. Next up, man, what do we got here? We got our not even the main event. It's the third fight here until the main event. It's Brandon Royval, Raw Dog against short notice Joshua Van, taking the spot of Manel Cape.
Man,
Crazy.
crazy. What a savage. Van coming off of a big win. I mean, another win where he was like a big favorite, right? Or am I tripping? He was a
Yeah,
big
no,
favorite.
he was the favorite for sure against Bruno
And
Silva.
came, yeah, and like, did what he had to do. But in this fight, it sucks for I gotta go against my boy Van. I've picked him literally on every single episode of this show ever since he's been fighting. But last minute against Raw Dog, who's been on a high right now as well, who's
Mhm.
always been literally a dog though in every single fight he does, and also it's like he fought for the title, right? Or am I tripping?
He fought against Pantoja Moreno. Yeah.
Okay, but he's fought, like he's been due for a title for as like a top five, top three for
Hmm.
like the longest now, and that for this to be what's his name's just his first fight against like even a top 15 guy for Van, I don't like it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta go with my boy Raw Dog.
Yeah, I'm right up there, man. And you know what's crazy? I'm looking at the odds now. The odds when I first looked at them and I bet on it was pick'ems. I fired on Royval at minus 105 and minus 110. And now money's coming in on Van, bro. Royval's a plus 105. Dog, slight dog. I mean, still close in odds. But some people like Van, and for me, it's like I could see how Van could win for sure. Don't get me wrong, right? Like, but at the same time, it's like the experience is on Royval's side. Royval's been is very well rounded, right? He might not have the same power as Van, but as far as striking him, he's still pretty decent striker, great grappler, great scrambler. And you don't really have to worry about the Van because Van's not really a submission grappler, you know? Whereas Royval, if he gets to the ground, like he's a jujitsu guy, he could for sure be the guy grabbing on submissions comparatively to Van. And the quick turnaround, I know he's a young guy, so and that's another thing. I think the young age, now he's rushing into it. It's almost like it could be an immaturity, right? Like, oh, you feel invincible because he has been pretty much, except for the Charles Johnson fight. That was a little sketch. And that already shows me like, hey, man, it's possible for this kid to get knocked down. He's not as durable as maybe he thinks, even though he is durable. And so I don't think he has the big advantage of durability because Roy Val's pretty durable too,
Nah,
right?
Rodal's super durable, and he's been in there. He's came from adversity to come back and win fights against top contenders like it's nothing. Yeah, what's the odds?
Roy Val's the underdog right now, plus 105. Vans minus
What?
125.
That's crazy,
So
bro. Yeah, yeah, I gotta go right
it's pretty
now.
crazy. Oh, I think I'm frozen. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear
Oh,
you.
okay,
But yeah, I got
cool.
Royval.
Yeah, me too, man. This is actually one of my best bets for sure. I just think at this price it's so too cheap on Roy Val, man. Uh, I don't feel confident after last week, but this is probably my best bet for sure. Like I have the most money and I already bet on this, but it does concern me that it's going the opposite way. I bet on him at minus 110 and minus 105. Now he's plus money. So it's like, damn, bro. What do people see that or know that I don't know? But yeah, Royval's just better. I think he's just more superior in all aspects, and the only way he loses is if he gets knocked out or something like that. Like with Van. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see. I just think it's too short. And Van could easily lose, and like it has no problem on his career. If anything, it's gonna make him better. When you're this young. So yeah, Royval needs to win even more so. So I'm there. Let's go. Next up, man, we got the co-main event for the flyweight championship. We got Alexandra Pantoja against Kai Kara France, the Maori. Yes. This is good, man. And we got Pantoja, the champ, minus 250. Kai Kara France plus 210. Under overs 3.5 rounds at over minus 135. So,
Yeah,
go
man.
ahead.
This gonna be. Have they fought before?
I don't think so. Oh no, they
Is
did.
it?
They did. They did. It was back in. It's not a UFC. It's like a not contender series. What's the other one? Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fought in the Ultimate Fighter season 24 in
Okay.
2016,
Who
and
won?
Pantoja won.
Yeah, I think this. I think it's gonna happen again. Kai Kara has been on a tear lately as well, but his whole thing is if he can't knock you out, it's over. And I mean, he could knock out Pantoja maybe, but I don't know. Pantoja's just been looking like he's been trying to elevate. He's been trying to look for super fights now. Like man, like you know what I'm saying. He's
Mm-hmm.
talking about maybe going up to 135 and doing the super fight there or something
That'd be
like
cool.
that. So I just got to ride the wave of Alessandre, the cannibal Pantoja, and yeah, I gotta keep going with him. This is gonna be a tough fight though. Like if it's gonna be interesting if he could like if Kai Kara can like defend the takedown and sprawl and brawl, but I just feel like what we've seen it's always like the same thing. But
Yeah,
he has them fast ass hands and but then yeah, so it's gonna be interesting.
this is
But I gotta
definitely
go with
interesting,
Pantoja.
man. Yeah, I'm going semi hot take, right? I love Pantoja and I always have, but now that he's been priced, favorite, and he rightfully is the favorite here, obviously. Because if this was like a pick'ems, I'm definitely taking Pantoja, right?
Uh,
But I just think,
Beast,
and
bro.
I used to hate, and I still kind of not love Kai Kara France because he's just been inconsistent, not really, kind of at times even overrated at times. But then right when you feel like he's fallen off, he just surprises you and just performs crazy, right? And I think this is kind of his last like chance of resurgence. But yeah, I mean, obviously his knockout is going to be dependent on that, right? And if he can't stuff the takedowns, even though he's technically quote unquote based on the stats, a good takedown defense guy, right?
Yeah.
But it only takes one for you to be on the ground once with Pantoja, and I
Yep.
don't think he's getting back up, even though he's a great scrambler. But I think if he's on his back, I don't think he's getting out like for the round, and it's very possible. But then they're also at 125, so at 125, it is kind of like these guys are slithery. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a bigger guy that gets stuck on the ground like you're not getting up. But at the same time, I just think the value there. I like the plus something more than plus 200, like plus 210. I think Kai Kara definitely is going to be better than what we've seen, and this is kind of his chance up. But this is a huge step up. He's fought him before, so I wouldn't say like he's never faced someone like this, but it's a different level. At Pantoja's at a different level too right now. He's at that next level, and he's a great. I think he's a great flyweight champion. I just can't lay minus 250 because I could foresee Kai Kara France doing something to shock the world a little bit. But as far as skill for skill, obviously I think Pantoja is just superior. His striking's gotten better. And he's durable, dude, man. But as far as if it does stay standing, I just think too fast. That's all. Too fast. And he needs the Maori power and the haka.
Oh,
Hey, did
my
you see
pen.
they were doing the haka thing in the UFC countdown?
No, I
And
haven't watched it.
fools were just wearing straight underwear. It's like straight cheeks was out. Like
Yes, that's all that. Pause.
I was
Nah, but
looking, I was
yeah,
on the screen like, what the fuck is this?
Pantoja got the best entrance, man. That mini man, that shit
Oh
go
yeah, hey,
hard.
he's real. Pantoja's real, bro.
It's a
And
beast,
his
bro.
story is good too. He's like
Cannibal.
typical Brazilian guy that's poor and came up.
No, yeah. I mean, remember when he won? He said he called out his dad that who left him. So yeah, it was
Oh
a
yeah,
savage, bro. Yeah,
savage.
man. Main event. What we got?
Hey, this is crazy. Ilya Topuria moving up to from the for the lightweight title. This is for the lightweight title, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy. It's a vacant title. Against Charles Oliveira, bro. And the odds are insane. You got
Yeah.
Topuria minus 450, Oliveira plus 350.
Real disrespectful to Charles Oliveira for Ilya making his 155 debut against the former champ, who's always in there a beast. Yeah, gonna be interesting, bro. My whole take on this now, I was Ilya off top, like when it first announced this fight, I was like, yeah, Ilya's gonna smoke him, smoke him, smoke him. But now, well, I remember, I mean, like we talked about this last time I was in Vegas, that there's help. The value on Charles is real, bro. Like I said, Ilya making his debut at 155 against a big dude too. Charles guy is tall, bro, for compared to Ilya. And then like I don't know, I feel like let's see how the power converts up to 155 because like though he was able to sleep fools at 145 because they were like light and also bad weight cuts and shit. This is gonna be against, like I said, a big solid dude who's went in there, been in there, and took him from the best of him. You know what I mean? And Ilya, I know he's a beast, and we all love it, but it's gonna be hard to sleep bigger dudes when you're sleeping smaller guys at 145, like a a a, a super dead Max Holloway who's coming off of the BMF looking amazing at 155, but then wanting to kill himself just to go fight for a title. He got him out of here. A small, like older Volk, you know what I mean? So, cause like remember he couldn't even sleep Bryce or Emmett. Like that was a crazy fight. So I guess I want maybe the under or something on this one. I'll mess with like this one. I don't think I'll touch till like the end.
The under is at 1.5 rounds plus 110.
Yeah, this
5 rounds.
This one I think I won't touch till like the end. Like I'll probably do all bets on like all the other fights, but then like at the end maybe drop some on Oliveira or like the under or something, maybe submission by Oliveira. And another thing about Ilya too, I feel like his mind is too like other places. Like he keeps coming out talking about like, oh yeah, I'll go to 170 now to fight Makhachev, and he keeps worried being so fixated on Islam Makhachev. So like, I don't know if his head's gonna be on it. I don't know if he's just completely just blowing over Oliveira. Like, oh yeah, this dude's done. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and also like they say one thing might be interesting. Like Ilya by submission might be interesting because remember he's supposed to be like a super grappler.
Oh, that we never seen before, right?
Yeah, that's what that Joe Rogan's always saying. We haven't seen his grappling yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he was like tapping people out, so that could be interesting. Like Charles never gets tapped, but he was tapped by Makhachev. So if this guy is like the super real deal, like Makhachev's kryptonite, like the way they're trying to say, that might be an interesting take, like shot right there, like a submission for Ilya if you're trying to like make money off him winning. But yeah, man, I guess I gotta go with the Spaniard. I'm interested to see it live. But I for sure may hedge some money on Oliveira for sure, or I might just
props
bet
aren't
on
even
Oliveira.
out yet for this, even though it's out for every other fight on Bet Online except for the main event, which is crazy. Right. Usually they have the main event props out first. So that tells you something, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, okay, same thought as far as Topuria. His technique, everything looks great. Like his striking, his power in combination with the striking just looks incredible. But like you said, he's short and he has to get in the pocket, especially at this. But of course, I'm gonna go Topuria. But like the odds change everything, right? Like now you see this type of odds. Like I'm not laying minus 450 with that shit. Yeah, so I'm going with Charles Oliveira. As far as value, value. I'm not strong on it. I just think it's disrespectful at the odds because we haven't seen Topuria at this weight. But what I predict and what I think is Topuria's gonna win by knockout.
Yeah.
Right? Because obviously that's probably the most common outcome, like as far as odds. But we've seen it over and over again with Charles, right? I love Charles, but that fool always gets socked and then like goes down immediately first, right? And then he like rallies back.
Lately he's been good though. Lately he's been like not getting rocked like that. Like who did he fight last? It was
Chandler, right?
Was it Chandler? Damn.
Yeah, Chandler definitely rocked his ass.
Did he in the second fight? I don't remember.
Oh no, you're right. That was I don't know. That was the most recent one, right? I don't know. I have to watch it back because I know the first time they fought, he ended up winning, but was Chandler the one who knocked him the first time?
Because the Sarukian didn't hurt him like that. He was just grappling his ass.
Yeah, and it was a split. It was just like domination, and then, but yeah, man.
Yeah, it was Chandler. Yep, it was Chandler.
Yeah, so I think that's the only thing I foresee here is that just one solid fucking hook, and Oliveira's going down, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens is like he's gonna have to rely on his back again. And in comparison to Chandler, bro, I think Topuria is better than Chandler. I don't know if he's more crazy, like, but as far as like overall, so I'm like, if this Chandler could do this to Oliveira, I understand why Topuria is the favorite, right? It's just the weight difference we haven't seen. We haven't seen the grappling. What happens if Charles can get him down to the ground and gets his back? What happens then?
Yeah.
Have we seen Topuria in a position where he has to get the backpack off?
Bigger guy too. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly. And you're not even just fighting against any jiu-jitsu guy. You're fighting like
Fighting
the
the
jiu-jitsu
man.
guy.
Yep.
So we haven't seen that from him. So that's why I'm so like, I'm not going to just throw Topuria in a greasy parlay because I just see the value. So for me right now, if I were to bet one of them, I'm definitely betting Oliveira at plus 350. I'm throwing that because anything could happen. You never know. You never know. And that's disrespectful to the boy, Charlie Olives. So, yeah, I guess for the betting purposes, I'm going Oliveira. But for the pick, I'd say Topuria by knockout is what I predict to happen. And I foresee it in my head already, like pushing him against the cage, just like how he kind of did Volk, and just right hand, done. Out.
Yeah,
But
I mean that's what he's been doing, so he can't.
Yeah, it's not a hot take. But you want to go, let's go best bets here.
Yeah, and I remember Topuria did sub Bryce, so it is there.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna do Benil Dariush off the rip.
Dariush, the boy is plus money.
I'm gonna do
plus 100.
Do Hyder Emil Bay Area main.
Meal another plus 150.
And then I'm gonna do Roy Val.
Oh, I like that one. Plus 105 right now.
Yep, and then I'm gonna do Tracy Cortez and
Like
Ilya Topuria.
I like. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna go. Damn. See, I don't want to just dog hunt and then be the wrong weekend. We just had a bunch of dogs cash last week, and that's like the worst time. But yeah, let's go. Well, I'm starting with Royval for sure because that's the one I definitely bet already. So I'm going Royval. What else did I like? Man, I might have to take. I like Felipe Lima minus 200. I guess I'll parlay that. I'll go Lima parlay with Cortez. Probably come out to like even money or something.
Oh yeah. Add Lima to my parlay also.
Okay.
No, yeah, I was trying to see if somebody else on there was like Spanish or Latino.
And then I'm going. What was the other one? I guess I got to take a shot here. I want which dog though? Oh no, I want the other one. I like Jackson McVeigh. It's more of a purely fade Dumas. Hey. And then last but not least, we don't have a lot of options this week. I feel like I gotta take a dog here.
There is though.
I'm going. I take a dog here. Kai Kara France.
Hey.
Kai Kara France at plus money here, plus 210. Yeah, let's go. And new. Ooh. It'd be crazy if it was. Well, I guess it's and new for the main event because neither it's a vacant title, so everyone's got new. But yeah, man.
Go
ahead.
My bad. Add another leg to that parlay.
Who do you like?
Pantoja.
Pantozies.
It's the Latino Hispanic.
That fool's called Jaguar now. Wasn't he the cannibal before?
Yeah, I guess that was not
if you didn't like that. Yeah. PFL Friday. Shout outs to PFL. I think this card is supposed to be better.
Yeah,
hopefully.
For sure.
So I'll be watching that, man. But yeah, the dog days of summer here. We got just baseball. NBA. Basketball's done. So UFC, MMA, and baseball for now until you start up football again.
Can't wait. We got like 11, 10 Sundays.
Yep, and I think I hate preseason, but I still bet on it. I just don't watch it. But preseason's only 6 weeks away. The Hall of Fame game, I think, is like 5 weeks away or something like that.
Might have to do a smoke down episode.
Yeah, man. But all right, till then, y'all. Peace out. Smoke out.